Okay, welcome to another episode of Planetbase. So let's get this party started. Let's see. Continue, please. Thank you. And let's get this game loaded up. Alright, everybody should be asleep. We still have a couple of things that we want to build. And we already built the water extractor in the last episode. We can remove this one now. Yes, please. Thank you. So now we should have the space to, and the resources to build our little cabin here. Should be a great spot. Excellent. Let's also power up the mine and get that back up and running again. So then we should also maybe deprioritize this baby. So each of these biomes or domes has a specific purpose. So you don't want to have too many of the same building, particularly in the very early game. It doesn't have much of a purpose to have like too many biodomes or too many sick bays, because they will not. They won't be used too much. In the beginning, you might not have enough biologists to run all your biodomes, so you want to keep that relatively comparable to how many people you have, and don't go overboard. You might be thinking, oh, I need more food, but if you don't have any people or any colonists to maintain your food, it won't produce anyway. So then you'll be wasting resources, and you won't get anywhere fast. So what you want to do is you want to just build what you need and go from there. As soon as you get to a level where there's enough personnel to that they actually scream for more, then you should actually build more. Like right now, I know that they need more sleeping places, more cabins. That's why I'm building a second cabin. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. And I also know that they need a cabin because of morale problems. Otherwise, I would have built a dorm. Because a dorm has one very, very handy feature. It can build bunk beds. And bunk beds basically mean for the same space as one bed, you can let two people sleep at the same time. That's quite handy. So there we go. 5 beds. We don't, of course, don't have 5 plastic, so we're just going to remove 2 so we don't use up all of our plastic in one go. Let's see, we also have, we don't have enough space in our storage to store all this material. So you can also see that's the food is starting to pile up over here. So I might be thinking about building another storage, but there is no need at the moment. What we do need, on the other hand, is more solar panels. So we're gonna wait for more iron, more metal to be produced. So we got this metal processor at the moment. It's two metals in there and 1 ore. So we might just, to be able to empty that, we might just have to put down this large solar panel anyway. So where should we put it? I think we should we put it here? Or should we continue with the... yeah, I think we should continue with the direction that we're going anyway. Let's go there. We might have to move the wind turbine. It is a bit in the way. Well, we'll see. We still have some space to go here. This is not that great an area. I mean, it is a bit of a dead end. So we want to avoid using this as much as possible, but it does have some space. So maybe it's a good idea to put I don't know, more landing pads over in this direction. Somewhere in this space we'll put some of the larger landing pads, and then have our tourists arrive over there once we have space for tourists and we have facilities for tourists. I'm not even sure if you should call them tourists, but anyways. So as you can see, I placed this reasonably far away, so they're going to have to walk a reasonably far distance to get to that. But people will be more inclined now to use this cabin because it's attached to the canteen and closer to the exit, to the airlock. So anybody that comes inside tired from working outside will immediately go to the closest bed it can find, and that will be that cabin, not this cabin. This cabin is 1, 2, 3 nodes away, and this one's only 1 node away. So it's a matter of luxury. Alright, we have our first 2 bits of iron being placed, and we don't have any more metal. Our metal is completely up, finished. We have 2 in the machine waiting to be processed, so just gonna have to wait till that gets done. We also have an additional ore over here waiting to be processed. That's good. That means that we have somebody in the medic, sorry, in the sick bay. In sick bay, just waiting to get treated. It's good as well. He should be back up and running and back on his feet. Now, one thing that we have to do, and do that reasonably soon, is, let's see, where is our, yeah, here we go. Our oxygen supply. It's at 17 out of 20. That means we can only get an additional 3 colonists, and we need more colonists if we want to grow. So to get more oxygen, we need to build more of these oxygen generators and build them in the direction that we want to build. Now, like I said in the last episode, you want to have as many connections as possible between buildings, because just in case something does blow up or get destroyed by a meteorite, you don't lose functionality in all of your buildings. So when we have the metal, what we're going to do is we're going to put our new generator in this position here. So we have a connection with the lab, and we have a connection with the storage dome, and that will give us these 2 directions of travel. And we're going to try and keep that pattern going, and not have one long chain of buildings, but have at least 2 or 3 paths for our colonists to follow. That will mitigate the problem or the danger of one of our buildings just destroying the entire chain of buildings. Not just destroying the chain of buildings, but also destroying the possibility of all those buildings working. So we'll have to remove this connection and then put a connection between this and this building, and then from this building onto the airlock over here, and then connect that to the lab. That should give us a nice 2-corridor path. And another thing that is also, you should also should also keep in the back of your mind, and it's also pretty useful to know, as your colony grows, you might see it right now, these paths are not that wide, and more people will be using these paths, these connections. They do get in each other's way. So if you get a bottleneck between one section of your colony and the other section of your colony because you have like one connection, then all those people will have to travel through that one connection, and that will cause serious delays in everything. Especially when you want to, in the end, what do you call it, fill up or even provide for a ship that has landed, a trader or anything else. Then all of that material will have to go through one airlock or through one door or through one connection. That's it will take some time. All right, now how much are we? Okay, we're using 47. We're producing 39 currently, and it's going up. You want to keep the wind turbines built or providing enough energy at half speed for the entire colony. Currently we have way too much, so we're fine. I guess these 2 turbines are producing more than enough power to generate to keep the power, to keep the colony running and the power flowing. So we don't need to add more. But in the daytime, when there is no more wind, only one a solar panel can just barely manage to keep the entire colony running. So we might have to put it. So we will have to wait till this one is up and running. So we need 2 more. And then once that is up and running, we should be safe even in the daytime when there is no more wind. So it's all great. So we have this little carrier bot bring a third metal block. So that means we're only waiting for 1 more. So we have currently 2 items, 2 ores, 2 blocks of ore in our processing facility, of our processing machine. And we have we have enough biometal. So we are almost back up to, oh no. I wanted to say we were almost back up to 10 medical supplies, but then immediately something gets used, one of them gets used, and we go back down to 8 again. So that's how it goes. People get sick, people get hurt, and then they need immediate treatment. That's just how it is. Nothing we can do about that. So it's a bit of a lull in the game. We're just waiting for more materials to pop out of this machine. It shouldn't be long now. You can keep an eye on it. It's 36%. As soon as this thing is built, we want to make another oxygen generator. And then we can start looking into maybe expanding our ore mines. So we have at the moment 6 workers. 3 that work in the mine and 3 that work in our processing plant. We need more. We can only get more workers after we've gotten a second oxygen generator. And once we have a second oxygen generator, we can start getting more colonists. And we have currently a status of excellent, which means that the colony ships that will be arriving will be here at full capacity. They will have colonists jumping to come here. Just great. That's what we want. We want them to fill those ships up as much as possible. We need more colonists to come here, more workers and more biologists. Biologists provide food, and workers provide materials. All the other workers, engineers, medics, and guards, are useful for in the late game. But at the moment, in the early game is on, we need workers and biologists, and we're going to need some more spares soon. So as soon as we have this oxygen generator up and running, we are going to need a factory. A factory can produce spares for us. It's going to be very useful. So we're going to build this facility right about here. So we'll have this very nice pathing structure here. So 2 paths towards this one building. It's great. That's exactly what we want. But we want to get. Oh, here it goes. Here's the last little iron metal piece going to the solar panel. That can get built. Are you okay? Our construction bot is a bit strange. I don't think he has anything to do. It sometimes baffles me that the game lets a colonist with a medic in this case, with his 2 little slow legs, bring a box to wherever he's going over a carrier bot. So the carrier bot must have been doing something, otherwise it would have been picked. I think that carrier bots are far more suitable to delivering boxes to destinations like this at a reasonable range. But that will be something that we'll be doing in the late game. Once we have a robotics facility, then we'll start building that as well, and then we can start building more of our own little carrier bots and constructor bots, and then of course also a mining bot. That's something that we will be getting into later in the game. So So, right, great. We have all that we need for our solar panel. So now we just need to wait for either an engineer or a constructor bot to come by and actually build it. I think an engineer is coming, yeah. What I can see is that our constructor bot is going to be using another one of our very rare spares to fix up a solar panel. That's okay, I guess. Oh, this one's also not doing so great. So we're going to run out of spares pretty soon. Excellent, that's our solar panel built. Now we just need to connect her so we can connect to the infrastructure. Done. So now we should have 100 kilowatts of power from our solar panels, which is good. That's exactly what we need. Now we have more than enough power to run this entire facility day or night, wind or whatever. So the next thing we need to do is build our oxygen generator. This is going to come right here. Let's try and see if we can't get it almost. Yeah, we want it as square as possible. So I think that will that do? I think that'll be fine, right? Is that about the same kind of distance? I think it is. Okay, excellent. Let's go do that. It's a bit longer than that connection there, so I didn't calculate that in properly. We can cancel it, but I think it'll be fine. We'll live with that. Now, since we have this oxygen generator here, one of the first things we are going to be doing is connecting that up to our lab as soon as we have additional resources to play with. And we also want to have a sorry, what do you call it? An airlock here, somewhere here. And we don't want it to attach it to the lab. There's a reason for that. Well, as you can see, we can put down workbenches, but not in front of the door openings. So if we have a door opening over here and a door opening over there and a door opening over there, then we only have space for like one workbench. It's not very effective and not very efficient for such a very small space. So we'll need to think carefully of how we want to connect everything up. We might not even want to have this connected up, this connection. It might not be worth it. So we might just connect it up to another building that's going to come over here. Something like, I don't know, the multi-dome that we've been talking about for forever. And that way we also get our Turai factor kind of connection thingy up. And then we have a building that actually allows multiple connections, where we can put an additional airlock from. That'll be fine as well. So we have all of our plastic is delivered, and then we're just waiting for 2 more iron. We already have 1 there, and the last iron block is being produced currently. That's great. So as soon as we have that up, we can start getting more colonists. It won't take much longer. There goes one of the blocks, that carrier bot. Should be coming out of that airlock any second now. There he comes. He isn't looking that good, but he'll still last for a little while longer. They all have a lifespan, so eventually they do break down. No matter how good your maintenance is, eventually their integrity is going to degrade to 0, and then they're just going to drop dead somewhere. And there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, doesn't matter how much you treasure or you like a little bot, he is going to die. He's working quite well, taking care of our facilities and our making sure that all of our processors are running smoothly and continuously. But everybody's sleeping. So do we have a need for more beds? I don't think so. I think everybody... this guy here is sleepy, but I think there's 2 more beds available, so he's fine. So we'll keep this cabin on 3 beds for now. It should keep everybody happy. See, we're still good. We're still good. As soon as this guy goes to sleep, we'll have... and he gets his morale up and his sleep up, then we'll probably be back up to excellent. And we want to keep it at excellent for as long as possible. So it's not possible to have it at excellent all the time. Eventually we'll have so many colonists with so many personal little problems that it'll just be impossible to keep up. And then our status will go down. There's nothing we can do about that. But we are desperately in need of more spares. We only have 4 left. I think we can manage to get those use those spares efficiently enough until we have our factory up and running. But we do need to get it up and running. So we have now more ores than we have plants, machines to work with them. So we might just want to put down one more ore processing machine. And that will get built as soon as somebody produces 1 metal. We have a lot of bioplastic, and they're clogging up the machines, so we need more storage space. But this is a very expensive facility, a dome to build, and we have more important things to do. So we're just going to leave it for it as it is right now for maybe a couple more days this way. Maybe we can put down another storage plant over here instead of a multi-dome. That is also an option. We do need to store our spares somewhere. And as soon as we have more storage space with more metals and stuff like that, use the metal for the machine instead of for the oxygen generator. That's too bad. Okay, we need to get that up and running. Come on, I need that iron. There's only one place to go for it, so might as well take that off. They don't have much to do. It's a completely automated system, I think. So all they're doing is just tapping some buttons, making sure that whatever they're pounding turns into the nice proper square shape that they need it to be. Just going to keep doing that, and it should end up with one of these machines, this one or this one, producing a piece of metal. But we have enough ore now to produce two pieces of metal at the same time, which is great, because we're going to need that. See, the factory that we're going to be building that produces spares for us is going to need, for 1 spare, 1 metal and 1 plastic block. So that basically means that it's a very expensive item spare, and we only have 3 now. Oh no, it's going down fast. These buildings are getting too old, I guess. There's no way we can replace them yet. Eventually we want to replace these solar panels with bigger solar panels, and as soon as we get the option to do research, or buy research, because you can't do research, you can only buy research items, then we'll start replacing these with far bigger energy collectors and so on. That'll be in the future. Wait, do we only need 1? I thought we needed... Where does the second one go to? There's only 1 pending, but it needs 2 iron. I only see 2 plastic. Where did the other iron go to? Where did the other metal go to? Are we done yet? So we have a metal piece here. Just not sure where it is. Is it in here? Oh, there it goes. Our constructor bot, who is in poor health, is going to be bringing it. So let's just hope that he makes it before he degrades completely, and then somebody will have to go out, fix him, and also bring the block. So we'll need an engineer to fix him and an engineer to build our airlock, which is not very effective. So we're currently producing 156, 152 kilowatts. It's great. It's more than we need by a factor of, yeah, well, 4 or 3. It's good. Okay. Now we're gonna get our... See, I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. This always happens. So we have an engineer somewhere who's going to be... There he comes. He's waiting at the airlock. He's either going to do the construction or he's going to fix the robot. I personally hope he's going to... Oh, here's another engineer. So we're going to get 2 engineers come all the way over here. And one of them is going to fix this thing. And the other person is going to construct our habitat or a biome for us, or a dome for us. These things make such a nice little soft noise. I like that. There you go. This guy is fixing up our constructor bot, and he'll be connecting us, or our generator, to the rest of the facility. There we go. So this will start producing oxygen, and as soon as that is done, we should have more capacity. Let's see, where is it? There we go. This will come up and jump up to, I think it's going to be 40. Not sure exactly when it's up and running. Can we get our 40, please? Might take a second. It needs to get up to 20%, and once it's up to 20%, then it should start producing space for our additional... Oh. And that also might be an issue. That might be the problem that we have. That's why it's not producing anything for additional colonists. It's not getting enough water. So we need to get another water supply here. There we go. Please build that. Should be 2 iron, 2 metal. We have 2 metal, so that should be done reasonably fast. And as soon as that is settled, then we can... oh look, now we have 3 empty beds here. This guy's gonna walk all the way over here to sleep. Now there's nothing we can do about this, so let's just recycle that, get everybody back inside. Let's turn that off as well. Everybody back inside, please, especially you, because robots don't do very well in sandstorms. So it takes quite a while to cycle through these airlocks. No, I need you to stay inside. Come on. Good boy. There's nothing for you outside. So now we can close this. So everybody is inside. I think let's look around just to make sure. Yeah, it looks like everybody's inside. So nobody's gonna get hurt. And everybody taking a nice little nap, and we should have status good. The only reason we don't have a status excellent is because of our little repair or carrier bot here, having a little repair icon above his head. But for the rest, everybody seems to be very happy. And as soon as the storm dies down, oh look, we're also producing enough oxygen. So let's see how many people we can actually have now. 50, 17 out of 50 people. Excellent. So now we can technically take care of 4 more people than we have now. 50 people is going to be great if the storm goes down, because I don't think I want to have my new colonists running around in this storm. Doesn't seem like a very good idea. It should look like this. Colony. They're all safe inside their little domes. There's nothing wrong with them. Perfectly safe. And all of our power collectors are all working nicely. They're all getting more than enough power from these 2 little turbines here, and a little bit of sunlight from our solar panels. So technically speaking, we should be on 200 kilowatts, but we're coming close to that. We're coming close to it. There we go, 200 kilowatts. Excellent. So let's open up everything. Get everything back up and running again, and including also our little landing pad. So since we're going to be getting more people to our colony, or we're going to expect more people to our colony, let's put some more beds here as well. Like so. So now we have 5 metal. Excellent. We also have a little bit of a water problem. Well, not anymore. So we'll see how that goes. Let's make our factory. We need that. So let's make it a small one. We don't need a massive big one yet. Let's give it a little bit of space. Like so. Excellent. Now, I always want your factories to be close to the processing plant, because this is where they produce all the materials that you need in your factory for spares and other things. So, bed has been built. Excellent. So you want the shortest possible distance to be traveled from here to here, or from here to here, so they can get their materials fast and can continue working. If they have to travel through the entire colony to get the materials there, then there's a bigger chance of these materials to be diverted to other more higher priority destinations. You don't want that. You want the material to go to your factory. So that's good. Let's see. Well, we should get this done reasonably fast. It's not that far away from the airlock. And here come the last 2 bits of requirements. So do we have excellent? Yes, we are back at excellent. Our little colony here is not self-sufficient yet. Well, it is self-sufficient, but it's not independent. But that will be later in the game. We are well on our way. Let's see, what do we want after this? We want a multi-dome, or we want a storage. We want more storage. We want to have more capacity. So we want to increase our storage level. So not only can we produce more food, but we can also produce and house all these extra spares that we're going to be getting. Otherwise, you'll just have all these spares in the machine, unable to produce anything else. Like here, you have the entire metal processor is full of metal, and it has nowhere to go. Let's see, should we build a power collector? Well, our water extractor is doing great. These fluctuations, let's see how these fluctuations are going. Let's see, let's put that off. Water storage, not that's O2 power storage colonists. Okay, well, there's no graph for water anymore, so that's too bad. Can somebody come and build this for me, please? Thank you. So now we will have only 2 spares. We need to get this up and running fast. There it goes. Excellent. We also need to get a connection between these 2 buildings as soon as possible. I don't think it's possible anymore. I think we might have made a little bit of a mistake here. So we have our factory built. We might have to build another building over here so they can connect that way. So we'll have a route in this direction and we'll have a route in that direction. Yeah, it'll be fine. So let's build our little spares workshop. We have 3 workshops that we can build. We can build a semiconductor foundry that we'll need for later, and an arms workshop that we'll also need for later. The arms workshop builds guns for our security agents. The semiconductor foundry builds semiconductors, little chips, for our guns and for more advanced buildings later, and for robots. And our spares facilities, that's what we want. We want 2 of those. Excellent. And we are desperately in need of more water. So we will now have to build our water extractor. So there's no other way around it. Let's go right ahead and do that. Let's see, we want colonists. Colonists can come to our beautiful little bit of heaven. Slice of heaven. But the oxygen generator is not up and running. Let's just hope that we get that thing built before we get new colonists, because otherwise those guys are going to die. Because currently, because that thing is offline, we can only house 17 colonists. That does not include 21 colonists. So we need to get that thing up and running. So let's see, what do we need for this? We need a, I think it's an operator. So yeah, we need an engineer to operate this workshop. And now that we have gone up in our level, we're going to be needing more engineers in the future. So when we do get these puppies up and running, we might need to get more engineers to come to our colony, so we can get an equal number of engineers as workers. And we have 10 people sleeping now. 5 here, 5 here. It's good. Oh, somebody here is tired. There are no more beds available, so we'll have to build another additional cabin somewhere. As soon as we get we find the right spot for it. We might have to build a another structure over here and then stretch out from that. There goes another spare. Now we only have 1 left. Let's see, which one needs that? That's our... Okay, this building there, this wind turbine here needs the spare for maintenance. So that's going to go. See, we have these 2 spare workshops now have the plastic they need. Now we're just waiting for the metal that they need. So we used up all of our iron, all of our metal. Now we just need to wait for that to come and start producing spares. It shouldn't take too long. And since this building here, the solar panel and this one turbine and this solar panel here are in excellent condition, I think that as soon as this spare is used up, we'll have more than enough time to before the next spare is required. See, this guy is now sleeping, so we should go back. We're still in excellent condition. It's good. We also have the water extractor built. So that means that we now have... Oh, here we go. It's basically a warning that we don't have any more spares left. So we're complete out of spares. That's fine. We'll manage. So we have 9 medicinal plants. Maybe it's time that we also include a trader. So a trader can come to our colony now, and we can trade... Oh, here's our first one. We can trade medicinal plants for materials. or even medicines if we wanted to. Let's see, what does he have? Ooh, he has a research colossal panel patent. 400. Okay, that's too much. We don't have that much. I don't think we can afford that. So we're gonna leave that. He has 2 spares. It's very expensive though. He has also a constructor bot. Nah, we'll leave it at this. We'll give him a couple of our medicinal plants. It's 50. Let's see. Can we take both your spares? And we want a little bit of coin as well. It's a bit of a loss, but I guess we will do that. So this is our first trade. I hope that the next trader will be a bit more efficient. I mean, not cheap. This is a very expensive sell-off. So here come our colonists with their medicinal plants. They have to deliver it to this ship. Let's see, we are on 71 prestige. We're not there yet. Almost. Okay, we need more power. Can you guys start actually generating power? We're running low on collector. Yeah. 63. We're now positive again. That's good. So we might... Oh, there he goes. We have 2 additional spares. So we're back up in the running, people. Let's see. Do we... And we're producing spares here as well. It's great. So we should have all of our spares available pretty soon, so we can turn this trader off. We have nothing else to trade with him anymore. Maybe food. We have 110 food just lying around, not doing anything. We need the storage space for other things. So let's just get a trader in here that actually accepts food, and then we'll trade him food for maybe coin or something else. Let's see, what do we need? We also need a security center. So where should we put that? There's always a question of what you want to do now. We can build more mines to get more ore, so we can process and make more metal. Or we can build a multi-dome, so we can keep our people happy and thereby keep our status as a colony and excellent. Or we could build a security center. Or we could build an additional processing plant. Questions. We can also build an additional biodome and get more medicinal plants and more food. It's a bit of a trade-off. I'm not quite sure exactly. Oh, look at this. We have 2 colonists currently in pain. So let's build an additional bed here. So do we? Yes, we are still going to have that trader to come in. See, we're going to get workers and biologists, 50-50, so that's good. We have 2 more spares here in the machine, so we are back up to 4 spares. That's great. But because our capacity is completely full, these spares here are sitting outside in the sun, in the elements, and they are degrading, so they're not longer completely 100% excellent. They're just a little bit less than excellent. That's not good. We need them inside as soon as possible. We need this storage emptied out. It's going to take a bit because we have so much more food here just waiting to be placed somewhere. Okay, we now have 2 sick people, or 2 broken-hearted people. One of their bones is snapped. I'm not sure exactly which one, but something snapped in there. Okay. This is now processing plant is working at full capacity. It's great. This thing is completely full. This thing is, yeah, it's going to end up full pretty soon. We have 2 metal. So it's time to start deciding what we want. We need a security center, just in case there's more dust storms. We can tell everybody to come back inside. And we also need so much. We need so many things we need. We don't need a robotics facility yet. We don't have the capacity to build that yet. Oh, here we go. There are some more colonists. Let's see, what do we get? Oh, we get 1 biologist and 1 worker. So only 2. That's too bad. I thought we were excellent. Maybe we are not attractive enough. Not quite sure how that works, that attraction. Hint a guard. Alright, we got our hint. So that means that we have to start looking into our security level. Now that we're at this capacity and this prestige level, that means that we are actually attracting people from abroad who might have bad plans or bad ideas, or even are very unhappy with us getting so successful. So they, as soon as we get into a situation where there's a bunch of terrorists drop down, we need to somehow stop them. So we might need a security center. So I think we're going to have to build that first. So let's see, we want that here, I think. Can we build that here? So can we get it smaller? No, this is as small as it gets. So let's place this over here. Can we go like that instead? Yeah, let's do it like that. So we have the capacity to build an additional connection between this building and the control center, which is great. But like the lab, the control center also has all of its panels on the outside edge. So the more connectors we have between this building and the next building, the less space we have to build panels. So we want to keep that into a minimum. But that's for the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. It all helps. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.